Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. My name is martindogger, and today I have a review for you of the E75 TS, which is the new Tier 8 German premium heavy tank. And, well, the main question is, what does it offer? Is it worth the price tag? Does it give you anything that a Lurber or a water breaker, the VK16801P, can't do? Is this one well worth getting for your collection into the garage? First and foremost, no. No, just a flat out no. Reason? This tank is a big boy. Es ist eine große Junge mit einer großen Turm and some very wide tracks and wide skirts, and this is I should have been able to shoot that guy, but I didn't. But then again, I would have been able to shoot this AMX 5100 and track him in place, which is good as well. But like I said, it's a big boy. You can see it is a proper Tier 8 super heavy tank. But obviously the water breaker, that one's even worse in terms of being a big boy. It's really hefty. But this one, yeah, it's a proper super heavy. But it also comes with a, well, let's say compatible proper super heavy price tag. If you buy it from the Android store, from the Google Play Store, it's going to be 55 euros for this tank, which is the tank. And then with camouflage and the avatar, we're gonna watch the name later. They have epic avatar, really cool, or ultimate menace or something like that. And you do get all the equipment unlocked, and you do get the camouflage, which I quite like. Well, you gotta hand it to them. I mean, Wargaming have done legendary camouflages, which just look like shit, or were just really gaudy enough. No idea where this shot went. But all in all, the tank, the camouflage looks good. The tank, it looks kind of good, I think. But it's way too expensive. Because let's face it, you're doing 310 alpha per shot on average. That's something that tank, the Yacht 8.8, can do as well. You have good DPM, second in class when you're looking at Tier 8 premium Tier 8 heavy tanks, not just the premium heavy tanks, but also all the heavy tanks. But there's not really anything this tank can do that your counterpart, the Lurber, can't do. You are a really good tank, and you are up against the buffed Tiger P, obviously now, which is also a fairly good tank at the moment. You have good good penetration numbers. It's good. It's not brilliant. It's good. But it is, I think, as with the wallet breaker, this tank does not lend itself well to the current all guns blazing YOLO Rumble mode style gameplay that Blitz has become. Because it is, as Wargaming have said, as the Blitz developers have said in their news article, this is a tank that requires an in-your-face type of gameplay. It is about jiggling and wiggling and side scraping. Yes, you do have gun depression, and your frontal armor is very good. And 10 degrees of gun depression means that upper plate is going to be really sloped. But anything above 250 in terms of penetration will cut right through the front of your turret because it's flat. The Löwe has a rounded turret. I think the flat parts on the Löwe turret are practically the same in terms of armor thickness, but this one is like an E50-E50M turret, which means that they will just load skill rounds, they will just press number 2, or switch open the ammo selector and then click on the APCR or heat button, and they will just slice through the front of your tank. And I'm going to take a full look at Armor Inspector, and then I'm going to show you that if you wiggle your turret it will work, but once you have found a position to keep your turret in that will turn the front plate, if it's angled, into an auto bounce angle, you're opening up your cheek plates. So yeah. It's a tank that requires skill, that requires thought, that requires map knowledge. It's not a really easy tank to play because it just can't do that all guns blazing YOLO Rambo mode style. And it's just way too expensive at the moment. I've said it before with the Water Breaker, I've said it with other tanks that were available for the first time. Are they worth the money? Well, if you really want to have them now, as in this week, or maybe this 2 weeks, I think it's on sale for about 12 days, still starting from the moment I've made this video on Saturday. If you really want to have it, if you want to jump the I have the new premium tank bandwagon, if you are really into that, then yes, buy it. It's your money. I'm not going to say you shouldn't buy it. I just don't think it's worth the money. I'm looking at my garage and I've got an IS-5, the Defender, I got a T-34, I got a Löwe, I got a lot of tanks in the garage. I'm also playing console and I have a fair few premium tanks on there as well, and there are premium tanks in console that I would love to see on Blitz. So I'm hoping they will come. I haven't bought the Patriot because it was in crates. I'm hoping that one will become available for gold, and once it's around, say, 8,000 to 7,500 gold, which is about a normal price for a tier 8 premium tank, then I'm tempted to buy it. But this one, way too expensive. And that's basically the rant over. We're going to take a look after the statistics in the garage, how the tank looks, and talk about that, and just ramble on. And I kind of feel sorry for that AMX CDC. He played really well. But sorry, mate, I just figured out what you were going to do. So, yeah, here it is, the E75 TS in the garage. Just look at that. You get the what's it, the Panzer Mutz for 8,000 gold, 55 euros. What would you get? An underwater manners legendary avatar. Right, cool. You can get it for 50 euros as well, which gets you the same tank except without all the equipment and the avatar. And it's a premium tank, so if you have enough credits, you can unlock the equipment, save yourself 5 euros, but then you will have to buy the camouflage, which costs 1,450 gold, and you can get that for just above 5 euros. So all in all, well, the price difference is justifiable, but yeah, I'd rather get the Mutz maybe. And as far as looks are concerned, well, it looks really good. It looks proper German. It also has a toilet on the back. Could that be the TS? The E75 toilet service? Probably not, but yeah. It looks good. It looks good, but it is a typically German tank. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention. If you're facing one of these, and I'm just selecting the Object 252U here, basically all of the Russian heavy tanks, they can crawl under your gun, even if you have 10 degrees of gun depression, and it's really hard to hit them. And for completeness sake, take a quick look at the statistics of the E75 toilet service, together with the Water Breaker, the Löwe, the T-34, the T-26E5, and the IS-5/6/ Defender / any Russian tank, basically. And what you're then looking at is lowest in terms of penetration, highest DPM. The T-26E5 has that a slightly higher margin, as you can see, but lower alpha. You're looking at 310 alpha on that tank. It has a few things that it does better than the competition, and a few things that it does worse than the competition. And Wargaming do strike the right things when they are talking about the tank, that you are vulnerable when it comes to power to weight ratio. It has a good armor profile, but it weighs quite a bit, not as much as a Löwe, but the engine is just a little bit worse, and it's slow on the pickup, it's slow on moving and traversing around. So yeah, I think you're better off taking a Löwe. Just look at all there is. I mean, the Löwe is just a little bit slower, but it is has better traverse numbers. The camo is practically the same. It has a lower repair cost factor, etc, etc. So in terms of being a premium tank, I'd go for a Löwe. And I've decided to take the Centurion Mark 1 for the comparison in Armour Inspector, looking at the armor profile. And you can see I'm firing AP, you can see that down below. And frontally, this tank has basically no weak spots, except for some very small parts on the cupola, just under the turret ring, and obviously the usual massive weak spot of the lower plate on the German tanks. But as long as you can hide that, you should be fine. As long as you can hide your drive, you should be fine. And as long as you don't let them flank you, you should be fine. But once the enemy presses number 2 or selects premium ammo, this happens. Your front still really thick autobronze angles, no problem whatsoever. If you have it properly angled sides, no problem whatsoever. But look at the turret front. That will go through. Right, Martin? No problem whatsoever. I just turn the turret on, I will wiggle. Right, look at that. Once you've got that front becoming an auto-bounce angle, your turret cheeks do become vulnerable. So it's just a case of wiggling the turret and then keeping the tank in a rocking motion back and forth to side scrape. Then it will work. And yes, you do have the DPM, but in a real dogfight with smaller tanks, you will have a bit of a problem. But I should say but probably. As I say this, you will have a bit of a problem. That might be more the case when it comes to inexperienced tank drivers. People with less knowledge of the game, and especially people who have less map awareness and can't really read the game and can't see ahead and figure out, right, this tank is over here and these are the lines of sight and it will take him this and that long to drive here. And those that can't plan ahead. This tank, and it's probably the case with all the slower tanks in the game, you have to think forward. You can't just expect to sit and bounce a few shots and bounce 2 or 3 shots and then bounce some more while your teammates are just running around, circling around, or they are just being fully AFK. That IS-5 was fully AFK. The housing has cleared the SU-152. Luckily, the weakest still got 4 tanks left on the playing field, so yeah, as long as we can do that, we should be able to clear maybe another tank. Can I finish this VK? Super team says the SU-152. No, we are 4 tanks down. We have to clear a tank now. Bounce the gun barrel. He's bouncing our gun barrel as well. We're shooting APCR just because we can. And because I have high DPM, I finish him off. That's the one good thing about the tank. The 112 Glacier manages to clear a tank as well. Thankfully, the LTTB is going all guns blazing. You're the rumble mode style. Bye bye. Player underscore number thingy. And this is what I mean with map awareness and thinking forward. Take a look at what I'm going to do here. I'm going to attack the Helsing, and I realize the Panthera is already coming my way. He shoots the SP1C and I'm already backing up. Bumping into the Helsing, then I bounce on my turret side because he decided not to shoot me up the ass into my toilet, which is lucky, and I have to keep backing up, keep backing up, keep backing up. Yes, there we go. Can we shoot him now? Yes, we can, but can't track him, unfortunately. And I make a bit of a mistake over here because I'm thinking, right, I'm going to ram you as well, and I go forward, and I shouldn't have done that because I now allow him to to sneak past me, but luckily I can nudge my toilet into his side, knock 8 hit points off of him, and this shot, yeah, I was hoping that the server might have been a bit further into looking where he was, etc, etc, but unfortunately not. 371 health, Lucky Panther, 400 average alpha on the woman to Glacial, and that shot. And then on this one, I stay on APCR, and he drops off the radar. I'm thinking, is he there? One shot kill! Nope. Yeah, SP1C, there was a noob 75 move. The first one was maybe when I wanted to bump into him, but the other ones, I think I played that pretty well. I do suck in really big heavy tanks, I think. The tanks that require a lot of patience in side scraping. I'm more of a medium tanks player guy. You can see it in the playstyle I have in this heavy tank at the moment. But yeah, this tank is not worth it because of the price tag, and even if it will drop down in price, I think you should really consider what you like to get from a premium tank. If you want to grind credits, then this is a good one. A goodish one. The low is better, but it is a goodish one. If you want to have a tank with, well, a peculiar type of playstyle, I'd wait for the projectile that's coming to test soon. Wargaming have announced that on their social media. So that's going to give you another form of gameplay that is not on offer currently with any of the premium tanks, the auto reloader. And it's not a fault of the tank that I don't like it. I do like the tank. I think it's actually fairly well balanced. It's not OP at all. It can be taken out. Good players will make it OP, will make it look OP. It will have a high win rate in the beginning because only the players who really want to have it will buy it, and it's usually the players... Pop! Goes the turret! It's usually the players that know how to play. But yeah, I think it's a well-balanced, premium, German, tier 8 heavy tank that makes good credits, that offers nothing that other tanks can't do, and that's just way overpriced. But if you want to have it, and if you're willing to shell out 50 euros, go ahead, by all means. I'm not holding you back. My name is Martin Dogger. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking.